First, I want to say thank you to Sri Lankan investor to being hospitality to us to gather here and sharing your space and time. In America, they said time is money. So it means that you share all your fortune to us. So I appreciate for that. And second is, I think most of we are new face today, and you cannot expect me to talk nicely because my English is really broken. Of course, we all is a second language. I think maybe except him. I think all our language, English is second language, but still, I started learning English age 31, so it's difficult to try to learn new language from old age. So I was thinking, what should I say tonight? This is a kind of like a house of a political representative of the country. But then, so we're all gathered by based on the one common view, which is called Buddhist. So I thought maybe I just talk what is good for me, good act. So only what I know is the Dharma, and just when they explain us to, we have in the Buddhism many different names and traditions. So lots of people asking sometimes, in there's like Christianity, they have a Bibles, Muslim they have a Quran, and Hindu they have a Bhagavad Gita. What is Buddhism's book that can represent one Buddhism? So I'll think a lot about that. And I cannot point anything that can say this book is only Buddhism can represent, you can have these books. Reason is, first we have to look on the name of the Buddha. What's mean? How come? Generally, there's two kind of name. Name with a meaning and name without a meaning. Most of our names with no meaning. You can get a really nice name, but not necessarily you're a nice person. Lots of Tibetan names have a Sangye. Sangye means the Buddha. But they are horrible people, some are. Really afflicted, their minds are polluted. And lots of people have the Buddhist country, they have received really related to the Dharma. But it's not necessarily we are always live with that name. So that is called the meaningless name. That name is nothing have to do with our personality. But when it comes to the Buddha, Buddha's name is not individual's name. Buddha's original name was called the Siddhartha. He become from Siddhartha to Buddha. How he become, that is we have to think. Buddha is any one of us here can become a Buddha. No one can stop us to become a Buddha except ourselves. And no one can make you Buddha except ourselves. So that is what Buddha means. So that way Buddha means the name with a meaning related to something, what he was, what he achieved. So it's a Sanskrit word. Buddha is in Hindi said, maybe some of you speak Hindi. My Hindi is also broken, but I heard this word said, Jagni ka naam hai Buddha. Yeah? So awaking is name of the Buddha mean. When you awake your delusion, when you awake your mind from the confusion, then you become a Buddha. So this capacity is every one of us has this one. So how do we can become a Buddha? Think about that. So then related to what is Buddhism representative, how we can say this is Buddha's teachings. Actually, we have sometimes conflict about, Theravada is a really Buddhism teaching. Some Mahayana say, no, Mahayana is a more pure Buddhist teaching. Vajrayana say, no, Vajrayana is a really kind of high Buddhist teachings. Actually, everything is the same. Normally we said people's most important is heart, yeah? You can have really healthy heart, but if your liver or a kidney or something fail, you died. Even you have really healthy heart. So if one part is missing, rest doesn't work. So same things, Buddhist teaching is a really huge, what called the magnet, kind of like an organ, the huge one. So everything is important. Everything has their own representative. So one of the best way how we can say is In Buddhist teaching, it's not necessarily we only count as those three Pitaka. We cannot say those are only Buddhist teachings. And Buddhist teaching is not just only you can say, oh, what I received from those venerable monks or teachers, those are Buddhist teachings. Anything can receive your teachings. Anything can become your teachers. Include your own life's circumstance. They become really good teachers. Environment teach you. If you are willing to listen, if you're open-minded enough, everything give you Dharma teachings. So key point is it, Buddhist teaching is it, anything help you become a better person. Anything, any wisdom, any knowledge, reduce your afflictive emotion. That is Buddhist teachings. Look at the Buddhist teaching, we divide it into three Pitaka. Vinaya, Abhidhamma, Sutra. It's called the Dharma of the literature. So why there's three Pitaka? This is a three Pitaka is a talk by the Zen, talk by the Mahayana, talk by the Hinayana, talk by the Vajrayana. Everyone talk those three. No one have more than those three Pitaka. Everyone talk those three subjects. If you go to any Buddhism community, they may chant different sound, different mantra, but when come to the bottom line, everyone talk those three. Why? Because sentient beings have three afflictive emotions called attachment, hatred, and ignorance. Buddha taught antidote of those three. Buddha gave the Vinaya teaching as the antidote of the attachment. That's why monks are supposed to live really simple life. These days it's really difficult. Most of monks are wearing more expensive watch than lay people. Most of monks drive a more expensive car than lay people. So that is not work with the Buddhist teachings. Buddhist teaching, monks have to leave everything called the renunciation. Because monkhood or renunciation is symbolized as an antidote of the attachment. So I don't know how it works these days. You know, I think this monk have a more expensive phone than you guys. So I don't know how it works. This really need a powerful mind to work those two together. So Vinaya means the antidote of the attachment. And Buddha gives the teaching on the sutra. Sutra is the antidote of the afflictive emotion as anger. You get meditation. When you have an anger issue, learn how to meditate. It reduces your anger. Because the purpose of a meditation is reducing afflictive emotions, especially anger, aversion, jealousy, that kind of emotion. And Buddha gives teaching on the Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is the antidote of the ignorance. So we are in the samsara because of the control by those three emotions: attachment, aversion, ignorance. Long as we are with them, we have no chance to liberate. Even you live with the Buddha for lifetimes, if you not work, reduce them, you never become a Buddhahood. Even you chant every day mantra, even you do from morning 5, 6 o'clock to evening like 8, 9 o'clock. Every day you chant, you stay in the temple. If you not work with your mind or the afflictive emotion, you have no chance to become Buddha. You're wasting your time. Then better go to a movie or something, sport. Let's give you kind of joyful life. You make yourself so much stress and not work with your own afflictive emotion. Because Buddha's teaching is that one. So that one is you can receive many circumstances, include the environment, give you that information, how to cut those three afflictive emotions. So then it's called the Dharma of the realization. Dharma of the realization, so Buddha gives really simply how to put on the practice those three. Buddha said to the Mahakashyapa, if you want to go to the other side of the river, just doing prayer doesn't get to the other side of the river. You have to go there. So in the Buddhist, how to get other side of the river of the samsara is by following those three really simple steps called the training of the morality, being ethical, being moral, being righteous. That's called the training of the morality. This is a common practice. Doesn't matter you are lay or you are ordained. This morality is. Sometimes people in the Tibetan community also have this issue. Oh, this is the monk's job. This is, if monk do, this is really bad. If nun do, this is really bad. But lay people have no problem doing those things. Doesn't matter you are lay or monks. If you break one of those moral ethics, you are creating negative karma. So training of the moral ethic is a common way, discipline. Now, especially this kind of like a 21st century technology, and people are really advanced and saying, oh, I don't want to be disciplined, I want to be independent, I want to feel freedom. Only discipline is the key to freedom. Only discipline is the key to independence. If you're not disciplined, you lose everything, including your being right to human being. You're not human being. Nobody treat you as a human being. Sometimes they treat you as a worse than animal. Animal, really, if you visit those places. I sometimes go to give talk to them. It's a really, really bad place. I mean, I'm talking about the jail. You know, if you break, if you not follow the law is called morality. Make sense? Buddhists, those moral ethics, whatever we talk about the training of the morality, being morality, and that any nation's law, they are not different. Really. Basically, we have to avoid the 10 non-virtues. Any country you go to do one of the 10 non-virtues, you will get punishment. Then, second is called the training of the samadhi, as I mentioned. Learn how to meditate. Because our mind is like a monkey. So busy every day. So many conceptual after conceptual. Sometimes, like a few minutes, we travel whole world. The conceptual brings us to so many different places. Never end. So train your mind. One of the Indian, maybe some of you know, called the Shantideva. He said, if you try to make this land as a smooth, so that way you're not going to hurt your foot when you walk, it's impossible to make whole land as a smooth. But best way what you can do is buy really nice shoes. You can walk anywhere without any hurting your feet. Same things if you try to fix someone else. Impossible to you can do that. But if you fix your own mind, that's possible. You can do that one. Then everything becoming positive. Like you leave morning early with a really happy, positive thought. You will see everyone is becoming really nice. If you leave with a angry from home, even somebody said good morning, it gave you irritated. Really, even somebody greet you, it really makes you mad more. So it's nothing you have to do from the outside, because outside have no power to make you happy or sad. Only yourself can do that. So training of the samadhi is a training your mind, making more relaxed, more kind, more gentle, more peaceful. Then if you have those two, you have chance to have some degree of wisdom. Without the support of the training of the morality and training of the samadhi, you cannot have wisdom. Even you have some wisdom, it's not yours. We call it the wisdom from the book. You and your knowledge is totally separate. You know many things, but you not live with that knowledge. Make sense? So that knowledge is not belong to you because you cannot use at all. So only you can gain some wisdom, especially inside wisdom, if you know how to train yourself from the training of the morality and training of the samadhi. So these three is a really simple rule in the Buddhism. The Buddha said if you follow those three, even you don't want to go to the other side of the samsara, you will get there. Even you said, no, I want to live in the samsara forever, but still you push away there. If you don't want to nirvana, you will get to the nirvana. If you don't know how to follow those three steps, no matter how much prayer you do, you never get there. So this makes us a Buddhism as a unique. This makes us a Buddhism as a one. This makes us Buddhism as a really doesn't matter which culture, which language, which background, but still we said we are Buddhists. We are one. Otherwise, if you look on the dress, all us actually look all three, every one of us is different. Oh no, they are not nice. They wear a different way. But then this has become more problem. Basically, I always said, doesn't matter even not just only Buddhism. Basically, every religion has the same motivation, same goal, same aim. Religion is the service of humankind. Humans are not a service for the religion. But many generations, human use religion as a service for the human as a service for the religion. That's a mistake. Never use that one. If any religion helping you become better, any religion making you happier, more peaceful, should follow that one. Include the Buddhism, it making you worse person, more increasing your afflicted emotion, should stop that one. Main purpose of a religion is to feed your emotion, make you more peaceful. If it's not working, that means that religion is not working with you. It's not helping you. It's not for you. I heard one Tibetan guy, and most of Tibetan, like 99%, is Buddhism. But he never couldn't stop smoking. He couldn't stop drinking. But later he converted to the Christianity. When he became a Christianity, he stopped smoking, he stopped drinking. He became a much better person. For him, Christian is working better than Buddhism. So whatever religion making you a better person, do that. Because religion is not for something that's we own, we write, or something that is our power or something. This is nothing have to do. This is only their service. It's only one service make you a better person. One of the Indian scholars said, if you learn how to be good human being, spiritual is not too high. Divine is not too far. Not too far. Can you say yeah? If you learn how to be good human being, divine is not too far. When you reach the divine, liberation is not too far. If we cannot become a good human being, then forget about the spiritual path. Forget about the divine. Forget about the liberation. One of the Tibetan called the Yogi Milarepa. He whole life he lived in cave, being meditation. One day, one hunter came, and his dog and deer sitting next to the Milarepa without the fear each other, without the interfere each other. They listen to Milarepa song. So he got so amazed or so angry to him. And he said, until now my dog never leave without killing animals. Today he's just sitting next to you, next to the deer. You're a really bad person. So he tried to shoot the Milarepa arrow. Couldn't do. So then he finally gave up. Then Milarepa said, Buddha said generally being human being is really difficult, but person like you is not difficult. Because he is not quality by, he is not a human being. He act like worse than animal, savage. Make sense? He walk like human being. He talk like human being. He look like human being, but he is not human being. Because he is not doing according to what human can do. What human's ability. So that reason, I think, from my understanding, it's all the religion, not just only Buddhism. There's one purpose. Make you happy, make you peaceful, reduce your stress, If that is doing that to you, you should follow continually. If not doing that one, then you should stop that one, because you're wasting your time, your money, your energy, everything. Really. Make sense? So I think that is how religion should be supposed to be service for the society. I heard this one. I don't know if that's true or not. Why Muslim came to destroy the Nalanda? I heard this. I don't know if that's true or not. There's so much gold in the Nalanda. I heard there are 2-3 houses, room full of gold. That way they aim for that gold. I don't know if it's true or not. So we cannot blame to whatever happened to Buddhism in India and everywhere. 100% they cannot blame to someone else. We create some problem too. When you clap, need 2 hands. One hand cannot make what called the sound of clap, yeah? So I think we have to be careful. Lots of people complaining that Buddhism is degenerating, nobody is supporting this and that. First we support ourselves. We become standing like can say proudly I'm Buddhism. You know, then second step is you can say you should follow us too. I mean Buddhism have really good name. When I was here first time came, one guy, Christian guy, he's I think retired minister. He came to help me to learn English, teach English. So, and that time actually Iraq and Afghanistan war is start. And he said, we need more Buddhism in the world, making peace. That kind of, we have what called that? Reputation. We shouldn't lose that reputation. Make sense? So that because Buddhist teaching has come all based on that. If that is not working, then we are pulling down the Buddhist leg. You can say reputation, name. We are messing. So I think, I don't know, this is a politicians speak or Dharma speak. I don't know, this is a kind of a mixed way, but this is a reality. Make sense? Buddhist teaching is not himself's idea. Buddhist teaching is the nature of a phenomena, how it exists. Only he saw, we couldn't see that. That way he expressed to us. It's not he creates something. So called the mode of abide. You know, whatever exists by the nature, Buddha expressed to us, we couldn't see. Because our mind is too much artificial. We live with artificial. And artificial is becoming for us real. Look like it's real. So that way we have that habit of believing and something is not real, is becoming real. And almost become with that comfortable. So Buddha said, everything is wrong. That's not true. So that's how he become Buddha. Siddhartha to Buddha. So we can become Siddhartha to, I mean, whatever your name can become Buddha. Doesn't matter male or female. You know, everyone can become equally same, whatever achievement, as long as we work with that, as long as we follow the path what Buddha gave us. Buddha said, I show you how to achieve the enlightenment, but I cannot make you enlightenment. It depends on you achieving or not. So normally I joke, Buddha is like a Google or GPS. GPS give you the direction, but GPS not going to drive for you. You have to drive yourself, yeah? So Buddha give you all the direction. If you follow the exact what Buddha give you the direction, you're not going to miss your destination. And you're not going to lose your path. You will get there definitely. So that's that much I want to share. And thank you so much.
Sadhu.